Yo, this is your boy Ringo TV Reactions, back at you again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. You know, I've been doing a lot of thinking. On YouTube, you got so many pop the balloon shows, and I notice a pattern. The reason why these shows exist is just to reject men. Simply put, I notice it seems as if though everybody got a pop the balloon show. Now, you can have a small channel and you could get hundreds of thousands of views if you just put together a pop the balloon show, because what it's really about is not about finding love. It's about rejecting men, shaming men, belittling men. And we know this is a fact because we see it all the time. Like, I was watching a pop the balloon show. I guess they have it in New York, in Brooklyn. And like, I'm gonna do a lot of reaction videos with these pop the balloon shows, but to be honest with you, any man that go on a pop the balloon show, you're just going on there to get rejected and shamed, because the women that go there just want attention. It's like giving them opportunity to reject you publicly, to embarrass you, in hopes to get a viral moment, to show their friends how many men they were able to reject. Because to be honest with you, none of them are really on the show to find love. It's a nice concept, pop the balloon, you know? But to be honest with you, in my opinion, the show was not invented for you to find love. It was invented to, I guess, belittle, or not really belittle men, but to give women a place, a safe place where they can reject as many men as possible on a show. Because this is what they do all the time. This is what they do every single day. This is why, as a man, you're not supposed to be hollering at women every single day, chasing them down, running them down the street. You're not supposed to be doing none of that stuff as a man. As a man, you're supposed to be focusing on what you got to do in terms of your job, your career, your goals. And as you do that, women who have an interest in you automatically gravitate towards you. You don't even have to say nothing to her. She's already watching you, because women are always watching. Believe it or not, brothers, women are watching all the time. When you least expect it, they're watching. They're watching you when you go to work. They're watching you when you go to the fast food joint. They're watching you when you go shopping. They're watching you. So rejection is the goal and purpose. Rejection is what they all want to do. So when contestants come on the show, primarily women, it's given them the opportunity to practice what they always practice in an everyday situation, because they reject men every single day. They're popping balloons because they're popping your ego. They're popping your ego. That's what the balloon represents. It's breaking your heart. It became a game, because that's exactly what it is. The dating game, it's a game. And women enjoy breaking hearts. Like on this one particular episode, it's a Brooklyn episode, you had a guy, he walked out, and, you know, all the ladies just started popping the balloons right away. So you had about 3 of them that stayed. And then the brother was like, well, you know, I like that one. I like her. Once he said, I like her, bad mistake. Never say that. Never say you like her. Keep that to yourself. Because the way the dating game go, once a woman know you like her, she's going to reject you. That's just the way it goes. Everything is backwards because the mentality of women is backwards. When you express that you like them, when you express that you're interested, they lose interest. But when you ignore them, when you are emotionally unavailable, when you are busy, when they can't get in touch with you, they like you. I know it's weird. I know, but don't blame me. That's how they think. When you show women that you care, they reject you. We get this term, you're thirsty. Why do women say that? You're thirsty. When you show interest, oh, you're thirsty. Oh, you're texting me too soon. Oh, look how much you texting me. Why you call me all the time? This is what they do when you're interested in them. Why? Because they don't like when you show interest. The way you attract women is when you just ignore them. When you're so busy and you're focusing on your business, they automatically become attracted to you. Because here's the thing, guys. When you're chasing a woman down, primarily one woman, right? In her mind, she's like, dag, do this brother got any options? Do he got any girlfriend? Do he got any women? Like, all he doing is chasing me around. He don't got a job. He don't got nothing to do. All he doing is texting me book messages and leaving me voicemails and telling me good morning every day. Like, who does that? He's weird. He's sassy. He's this. He's thirsty. But yet, if you were in a long-term relationship with her and you're not doing none of those things, then she say you don't love her. This is what I mean. So the Pop the Balloon show is really about rejecting men for social media to laugh. It's entertaining because you get to see a train wreck. Case in point, the so-called plumber guy. That was a train wreck. Look at how the Pop the Balloon show destroyed his life. Look at how the Pop the Balloon show, I guess, ruined not only his reputation. Obviously, he made choices that caused his own situation, but the show brought out the worst to the point where he tried to defend himself and it was looked upon as a bad thing. Now, case in point, the only thing that I disagree with concerning the plumber guy is when he started boasting about his money. And as a man, you're never supposed to talk about how much money you got in the bank, what you can do, and you shouldn't be trying to flex on no woman. But that is what the show does. The show will make a man's ego get tested. This is why they reject the man based on what they wear. I've seen so many shows and I've seen the same pattern. A guy walk out and the women are like, well, I don't want to talk to you because your fit is not right. I don't want to talk to you because you got locks. And keep in mind, she got on a weave. She don't even wear her real hair. But she'll come out there and judge a man's clothing. Well, I don't like the way his shirt fit him. I don't like his shoes. That's why I'm popping my balloon. This is madness. So they're not there to find love. They're not there because they really want a relationship with a man. No, it's a place to go to have fun rejecting as many men as possible. And this is why you really don't see no love being developed on the show. On YouTube alone, there are multiple Pop the Balloon shows. You know why? Because they get views. You know why? Because we want to see a train wreck. We want to see a train wreck. We're entertained by train wrecks because we number one, the reason why a lot of people watch the shows, not just to see a train wreck, but just to see women. And half of the time, the women that actually come on these shows are not mentally stable. They're not in any relationships. They never had a long-term relationship. They don't know what love is. Father is not in the home. Mama most likely been in the streets. So they really don't have no education on a relationship or even how to deal with a man. And then the men that come on the show, a lot of times you got brothers that are on their best behavior. They compliment the women. These are hardworking men with 9-to-5 jobs, sincerely, in most cases, really looking for love. But the contestants and the women and the selection are not really fit to even be on the show to begin with. So what you get is a toxic environment where you have a man coming into a store looking for a service, but instead there's no one there to really do the job. Imagine walking into a dentist and you're expecting service, and all of the female dentists that are there, they really don't know what they're doing. They're just there to look pretty. And it's really true, when you go to most dentists, they have a lot of pretty ladies that work there. But this is the point. People go on the show expecting something, but they leave with nothing. They leave with a fragile ego. So you have a lot of guys that go on there and they get told all sorts of negative things about them. Your shirt is this, the way you dress, you're too short. This is what I see all the time. Well, I don't want to talk to him because he's shorter than me. I gotta look down at him. This is what women are saying. Women are rejecting a man because he's short. But yet, if you had a rapper or a Lil Baby or a Kevin Hart or whatever the case is, pull up on any of these ladies, they'll be ready to give them the box. They'll be ready to get flown out. So it's really not about how tall you are or how short you are. It's just a place to reject you. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. A lot of y'all don't understand the psyche of women. Women can reject 1,000 guys and not feel nothing. Women can reject 1,000 guys a day and not feel nothing. They don't feel nothing in their heart. They really don't. For them, it's a sport. For them, it's entertaining. For them, they'll get up in the morning, guys. Listen to me very carefully. I know about this because, again, I'm originally from New York, so I already done know how the game works. You got women that will get up in the morning, call their friends, get dressed up, look real cute, real nice, sexy, all that good stuff, just to walk to the mall, just to go outside to walk around. Reject men. To reject men. They get a high off of this stuff, guys. When the guys are giving them compliments and then they reject them. It's sort of like the Black Widow spider syndrome. That's what I see every single day. So when women come on the show of any sort of pop the balloon, it's the same effect. The Black Widow spider syndrome. You have the victim comes up, he's a male. Naturally, men are attracted to women visually. So when these men see these stunning women standing there and they're like, wow, a whole selection of women, this should be easy for me. This should be great. I know I'm going to walk away with a fine sister, not realizing it's a circus and you're the clown. And that's exactly what we see all the time, where a woman will judge a man based on petty things. Little things. Well, look at his pants. I don't like the color. He's wearing the wrong shirt. He don't have on a belt. It's pathetic. And we see this all the time, and we're laughing, we're entertained, but we don't understand the psychological damage that it's actually there for. There's a purpose behind it. It's a easy, subtle way for women to express their rejection from men. It's not a show that empowers relationships. The Pop the Balloon show is not a show that brings forth relationships. It's not. It's a gimmick. Don't get me wrong. It's entertaining. It gets a lot of views. Why? Because it goes back to what I said. People want to see a train wreck. People want to see, like, wow, look how she roast him. On the Pop the Balloon show, on any show, women are allowed to roast men, but men are not allowed to roast women. You had one particular guy on one of those Pop the Balloon shows. I believe he's some doctor or whatever the case is. And the women didn't like him because of his bold approach, if you want to call it that. And basically what he did is he have a YouTube channel. And he came on his channel, and we're going to review all of those videos, you know, throughout the week or weekend, whatever the case is. He went on his YouTube channel and he pretty much exposed the Pop the Balloon show. He basically came on there and said that when he was on the show, he told Arlette, or whatever her name is, that he want 2 women. That's his preference. He want 2 women. I think he want a woman who's bisexual or whatever the case is, right? He said that's what he's really looking for when it comes for love. He want 2 women. And basically the host was like, well, no, you can't say this. You can't say that. You can't really say what you want. And right there, you've been exposed, because that mean that the show is really not about what a man want in terms of, you know, if a man want this or if a woman want that. You can't really speak your mind. You know what I mean? And based on my research, I believe Arlette's supposed to be married. So when you factor all of that in, you would expect that a married woman, right, would understand relationships to the point that she would have a selection of people that are serious. And in most cases, they're not. And to me, that will be the downfall of the Pop the Balloon era. It's running wild right now. It's popular right now, but it has a course. It has a course, and eventually it's going to die out, because the selection of people that actually come on the shows are not really mentally there. They're not stable mentally, and they really don't want to find love. They just want to be entertained. They want to laugh. They want to reject people. They want to put people down. You got men that'll come out there and he'll say, well, my sign, I'm a Cancer, or whatever the case is. And then the women will pop the balloon. And you're looking at the show like, wait a minute, you was going to pop the balloon no matter what sign he said. So it's like you rejected him because he said he's a Cancer. You rejected him because he said he's a Virgo. You rejected him because he said he's a Gemini. You're going to reject anybody that say whatever they say, because it's entertainment. It's not about finding love. Because here's the thing. If it was about finding love, all of those ladies would have love already. How come all of those ladies are single? If all of those ladies are so fine, got it going on, looking real good, how come they don't got a man? Because they can't get a man. They look good, but they can't get a man, can't keep a man. And I think this is one of the biggest problems in society, because we gas women up by telling them they look beautiful. Ladies, you have to understand something very clear, and I'm going to say it straight. The reason why you look fine, hot, and sexy is so that I can smash, period. Case closed. There's nothing else to it. The reason why you look good from head to toe is to get me aroused as a man. That's it. So that we can mate. No sugarcoat. That's it. You're not looking good. You're not fly. You don't got this fine body because you just look good for the purpose of just looking good. No, the Most High made you fine to look good, to attract me so that I can put heavy meat inside of you to produce some babies. That's it. That's it. So what we got is a plethora of women that look good. They come on the show, they're decked out, they got their makeup, they got their lashes, they got their weave. And guess what? As a man, if you say you don't want a woman with lashes, guess what? That's considered being rude. But a woman can say, I don't want you because you're short. I don't want you because, you're wearing the wrong color shirt. Well, I don't want you because you're not making enough money. But if a man say, well, I'm not interested in a woman that got on a weave. I'm not interested in a woman that got a BBL. I'm not interested in a woman that got lashes. He get rejected. Do you understand? So what we got is a one-sided situation. Because y'all all seen the shows. A lot of y'all are addicted to the show. You watch it on many different channels, not just Arlette. You got Pop the Balloon shows all over YouTube. You got channels that got 10 subscribers and they post a Pop the Balloon show, they got 200,000 views. So there's a monetary gain approach to the situation, which means if anybody on social media right now, I'm talking about anybody, if anybody want overnight success right now, today, you can have it with a Pop the Balloon show automatically. All you got to do is get 10 women from the streets, get them from Instagram, put something together. You know what I mean? You got a large space, you rent out a spot, and you start filming. Your first show is going to automatically be a hit. You know why? Because people want to see a train wreck. If you got pretty ladies, people want to see a train wreck. Now, how do I know this? Because it's a formula. Let me break it down for you. How many of you can remember the beginning days of the growth of Fresh and Fit? Put a 1 in the chat if you can recall the beginning days of the growth of Fresh and Fit. How and why did their show grow? You want to know why? Because they brought women on every day. They brought the IG models on every day. So they had all of these women that a lot of you guys lust after on every day. Because us brothers would not tune in to just watch a bunch of men sit around talking about nothing. But when they have women, all of a sudden the men show up. They never brought on decent quality women, Southern women, women with hospitality, women that know how to cook. No, those women never been on the show. What you get is IG models, lonely fans models. They're the ones that come on the show. And that draw people in. So what does the Pop the Balloon show does? It bring women on the show. And because you have a lot of guys that get rejected all the time, they tune in. They become a fan of the show. Why? Because they want to see women. So your addiction, it begins because you want to see women. And then you get entertained because you're like, wow, I wouldn't know what to say. So let me watch this show to see if I can learn some key pointers on how to communicate with a woman. And when you really watch the show, you learn that no matter what you say to women, you're going to get rejected. This is why it's a waste of time. It is a waste of time. I've seen so many different Pop the Balloon episodes that I can understand by now that the purpose of the show is just to reject men. You got guys that come on there with good jobs, guys that are well-dressed, and they get rejected. You had one particular guy, he was on the Pop the Balloon show, right? The man is in shape, physically fit. He's in the gym all the time, got a business, got things going for himself. Way above 6'4", 200 and something odd pounds. He was on a video episode where you had another YouTuber doing a reaction video to his video. And he was like, the dude that's doing the reaction video was like, this brother should have no problem pulling women. Guess what? They rejected him. They rejected him. And the brothers that was doing the reaction video was in shock. They was like, bro, I'm a lame. That's what the dude was saying. He was like, look, I'm a lame. I'm not in shape. There's no way. This guy got rejected. Yes, he got rejected. He got rejected. And then what the woman was basically saying is that she don't want a muscular guy. She don't want a guy that's in shape. She don't want a guy doing this and that because he's too handsome. He's a pretty boy, or he look like he's going to attract too many women. So what do these women want? They want to play games. And see, games are for kids. That's why they do Pop the Balloon, because when you see balloons, it normally attract kids. Kids. Ooh, mommy, look at the balloon. Can I get a balloon? Kids love balloons. It's a kid game. It's a kid game, and it brings out the worst in the children. And that's exactly what it is, guys. That's why you have so many childish females that come on the show wasting grown men time. Because here's the thing, fam. If these Pop the Balloon shows, right, if they had a good selection of women, the show would be phenomenal because you would have decent women that really sincerely from the heart is looking for love. But to be honest, none of them are looking for love, guys. This is why you're not supposed to be on those kind of shows. But no matter what I say, the simp, he'll go on the show no matter what. He'll go on the show no matter what. How do you know this is a fad? How do you know this is a gimmick? When you turn on YouTube and you type in pop the balloon and everybody got a pop the balloon show. That's how you know it's a gimmick. Nobody's finding love. It's not about love. It's not about none of that. It's about, let me get my views so I can make some money. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with making money. There's nothing wrong with getting the bag. But getting the bag through deception is wrong. Getting the bag through manipulation is wrong. Getting the bag to rejecting men and breaking hearts and just using a concept just to earn money when really nobody's winning but you, that's a problem. It's sort of like going to the casino. You go to the casino, you waste all your money. Sometimes when you go to the casino, the way it's set up, it'll make you think you're winning. You'll put your money in and you'll get back something. You're like, wow, I'm winning. You know what? Let me put more money. Let me do this. Let me do that. And then you lose everything. Now you went into your savings. You took more money out, your retirement, and you back at the casino. And you're breaking your heart because you're losing all your savings, all your money. And you keep trying because you believe that maybe I'll hit this time, and then you lose again. And that's what's going on with the Pop the Balloon show, fam. You know, that's the situation right now. Because they don't understand that when you go on these shows, right? When you go on these particular shows, you're not going there with the hope of, I guess, leaving with a woman in whom you can share your life with. That's like, it's a fantasy that a lot of guys have when they go on the show. They really believe that this is going to happen, but it's not. It's a place to go to get your heart broken and rejected. And then again, it's on social media, so the whole world know about it. The whole world know you got rejected. That's pretty much what's going on. It's like you go on a show, you get rejected in front of the world, and then guess what? Your heart is broken. Everybody saw. Now they making skits and memes and all sorts of things with you in it. That's pretty much what's going on right now. And it's something that only rational thinking men understand, to be honest with you, because most of the people that's on the show, they don't learn until it's over. This is why the doctor guy made a video exposing the Pop the Balloon show. This is why. Because he basically was used. They saw how many views they got from the beginning, and then they invited him back on the show because why? They wanted to get the numbers. They wanted people to pretty much laugh at him some more. So when he came back on the show, if you literally watch the show with that doctor guy, I think he's a dentist. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he's a dentist. He pretty much came back on the show. They convinced him to come back on the show a second time. And when he got on the show, they just started to roast him. And then it's like he left with nobody. And all the ladies was just sitting there laughing. And I'm like, so hold up. Y'all brought him on the show. Y'all know who he is. Y'all wasn't finding love. Come on. Y'all knew who he was. They brought him on just to try to embarrass him. Believe it or not, guys, that's the plot twist of the Pop the Balloon show. It's to reject men socially in the public on social media so that the world can pretty much laugh. And that's why the dentist guy made a video pretty much exposing the show. And it really speaks volumes to the character of the host, because if the brother came on in and says, look, I want 2 women, and you say, well, no, you can't say that. This is what they were telling him. He said that Arlette, the host, and all whoever's behind the show pretty much told him he cannot express what he really wants. So then what's the point of the show? If I'm coming on the Pop the Balloon show because I want 2 women, how could you tell me I cannot say that? How could you tell me I cannot say that? That's crazy. But this is pretty much what they told him. And I think he was supposed to make a follow-up video of what's going on. And for whatever reason, I don't know if he did it or not, because I didn't keep up with it, but I know he made like a promo video of what he's going to pretty much be doing in the future in terms of exposing the show and so on and so forth. Let me see what's going on. Hold on a second. All right, hold on. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm taking care of some business. All right. I gotta go mow that lawn after this show. Could they pick up trash tonight? So it is what it is. So hey, let me see where we were at. Let me see. Yeah, we were talking about the dentist guy, right? So he made a show and he pretty much was exposing the Pop the Balloon show, talking about, you know, he wanted 2 women, bisexual women. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what he wanted. So they rejected him and told him, you can't say that. You can't say this. We don't want you to say that. This is pretty much what they were pretty much trying to do. And I'm like, wow, this is wild. So it's like, you can't really express what you want on the show. You can't really say what you're looking for. So if you go on the show looking for a particular woman, you can't really express that. So it's really fake. It's really fake. You got to fake it now. So when they asked him, what do you want in a woman? He couldn't even say what he want. He was supposed to say, well, I want 2 women. So that means that Arlette don't want him to really have what he want. That's a sign that this is not really about finding love. It's about, we want you to just go with the flow, go with the formula, and then, you know, we could get over with this. So when they rejected the man, I'm looking at the train wreck like, wow, this is not really about finding love. This is for social media laughs. So as a man, you got to really think twice and be like, wait a minute. If I go on the Pop the Balloon show, I got to be prepared for social media rejection. I got to be prepared for, people going to be making videos about me. People going to be talking about me. I got to be prepared for that. You got to be prepared for that, because there's going to be a lot of memes made, reaction videos, and you're going to be looking dumb. Are you prepared for that? Again, look at the situation with the so-called plumber guy. Everybody made videos about it, right? A lot of YouTubers actually used the plumber guy for interviews, and then they rejected him. They act like they were supporting him, and then they rejected him. They used him for a quick payday. He thought it was sweet. He tried to ride the wave of social media buzz and end up exposing himself and embarrassing himself on social media. And this can really destroy your reputation. You know, as a man, it can get you fired from your job, because if your company see you on these shows and they see how you communicate with women, or they see how you talk, or just being there talking about what kind of job you got, it can be a conflict of interest, because company officials, co-workers, people may see you and be like, hey, isn't that John? How he's on that show? He just said where he worked. This is not good. And then they report you to HR. Now, all of a sudden, you lost your job. So you got to be mindful of this, man. As a man, listen to me very carefully. As a man, going on a Pop the Balloon show is self-deletion. You know the word that I'm talking about. It rhymes with homicide, right? And don't post that word in the chat either. But my point is, that's pretty much what it is when you go on a pop the balloon show. You're literally going on there to be humiliated. That's pretty much it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how handsome you are. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter how physically fit you are. Women go on the show, brothers. Listen to me carefully. They go on the show with the intent to humiliate you. They go on the show with the intent to find something wrong with you. I seen shows where women were looking a man up and down, trying to find something. The guy was like, so do you like him? Is he attractive? Like, and they was like, I don't know. It's the shape of his head. It's like, you know, it's like his beard. He's not growing hair on this side of his beard. And I'm saying, woman, you got on a weave. Do you not realize that? Like, you're here talking about this man's beard, that he's not growing certain hair on this side of his face, but you have on a weave. In my mind, I'm saying this. Like, do they not see themselves? But this is where it boils down to. People don't know how to date. People don't know how to communicate. People don't know how to really build any sort of relationship in today's day. So as a man, how do you really move? How do you move in a world where the battle of the sexes is going on and the dating game is screwed to the point where people come to social media to go on a pop the balloon show to find love? You ain't gonna find no love. How you gonna find love on a pop the balloon show? Are you out of your mind? You ain't finding no love. You just going there to be embarrassed. You're going there to be entertained. Just look at it like this. If you go on a pop the balloon show, you're going there for entertainment purposes only. That's how you got to see it. I'm not going there because I'm really trying to find love. I'm just going there to find a woman to smash. That's how you got to see it. I'm not there for nothing serious. And that's if you're a man. If you're a man and you're trying to go on those shows to find love, you a fool. I'm just being honest with you. You're not going to find a decent quality Southern woman that could fix cornbread and make baked chicken and rice and massage your feet. She's not gonna be there. I'm sorry. What you're gonna get is women that their only goal and purpose in life is to reject you, to fracture your ego, to belittle you, humiliate you, laugh at you, you know? And it's sad when you see this kind of stuff because the men are taking a beating. On a lot of these shows, a lot of you guys are taking a beating on the shows. And it's perfectly okay for women to say things to you that are negative. But if you say something to them, oh man, all of a sudden you're rude. All of a sudden you're being disrespectful. But women can be disrespectful all day. They can be as disrespectful as they want. But if you defend yourself as a man, you're sassy. If you defend yourself as a man, you're sassy. Or they call you gay and say you're broke. These are the things they do. And it's designed to make a man leave the show and feel bad about himself. You got to think about this, guys. Think about how many men really went on the show because they were really looking for a decent woman. That was like their final option. They probably figure, well, you know what? I can't really find a woman in these streets. It's difficult. I got to go to work. Let me go on a show and maybe I might get lucky. You go on a show, you get embarrassed on social media. Now everybody's making reaction videos. Everybody got you on TikTok. And I mean, it's just all over the place. People on your job laughing at you like, bro, why would you do that to yourself? Now you're looking crazy out here. That's what's going to happen to you. If you don't understand this, that's what's going to happen to you. So my hope is that if you're listening to this, you won't participate in any of that stuff. I mean, again, those type of shows will have guys that'll come on because, again, these men really believe that they're going to find love. You're not going to find no love that way, guys. I promise you. I told you already what the formula is. As a man, listen to me carefully. The only thing you should be doing right now is focusing on you. Focus on you. Focus on your health. Get up in the morning. Go work out, go jog, go cycle, go do some calisthenics, go to your job, focus on your business, take care of you. Be about your business. Be about you. Understand what I'm saying. Women are always watching. There's a woman looking out her window when she see you go to the park. There's a woman watching you when you're working out. There's a woman watching you when you're at the market. There's a woman watching you when you're at the electronics store. They are always watching you. If a woman feeling you, bro, she's going to make herself known to you. Women have a way of making themselves known to you. They're going to come out. They're going to do something. Before you know it, a situation is going to be brought forth. And then the opportunity is going to be there. And then it's going to be an organic opportunity, not you chasing women around. Always remember this, guys. When you got to chase a woman, it's because she's running from you. When you got to chase a woman, well, hey, baby, hey, how you doing, sister? Can I get your number, sis? I mean, think about how you sound doing that, bro. Think about how that looks. You don't see the sister really feeling you when you're trying to talk to her. You don't see her eyes looking you up and down with desire. Let me tell you something, bro. When you talking to a woman, you got to see her desire in her eyes. If you don't see that, bro, you're wasting your time. This is why I say you got to be focused on you to the point where when a woman is interested, she's going to pull up. She's going to make herself known. She's going to reveal herself to you. Just like when you have a house and you look at your lawn, right? Sometimes, and this might be a good example, you know what I mean? Because pretty much everybody that has a lawn have these issues. You have weeds that grow, right? Probably a poor example, but hey, it still works because it pops up out of nowhere. You ain't expect it, but it pops up on your property, right? You have your lawn, you're trying to take care of it, you're doing what you got to do. And all of a sudden now you see these, you know, those funny looking flower things, what the hell, danglins? I don't know what the hell they call that mess, but it pops up on your lawn. You know what I mean? You got to throw down some weed and feed fertilizer on the ground in order to kill off all that mess. But my point is, you weren't expecting it. It just pops up out of nowhere. Sometimes it pops up on the left, on the right, over there, and you're like, man, I just mowed the lawn. I just did this. Why all this stuff popping up all the time? Why is it on my property? Why? Well, that's exactly how it is when women are interested in you. It pops up out of nowhere. You ain't asked for it. You weren't looking for it. You weren't chasing it. It popped up and you have a selection to choose from. Trust me, that's the natural order. Men should never be chasing women around. Hey, baby, how you doing, sister? Could I get your number? Baby, you know, please. You know, you looking so good. Bro, she knows she look good already. Stop telling women they look good, bro. Stop complimenting women, bro. Stop complimenting women all day. They know they look good. You're wasting your time. Don't you realize 1,000 guys tell her the same thing every single minute? 1,000 guys in her DMs telling her the same thing every minute. Bruh, it's so annoying to women now. Matter of fact, telling a woman she look good is annoying. Telling a woman she look fine is annoying. You know the only, guys, listen, put a 1 in the chat if you want me to give you the game, man. Because I'm trying to talk to y'all, I'm trying to preach, and y'all playing around, man. Listen to me carefully. The only time compliments work when you're talking to a woman is when she's feeling you. The only time compliments work is when she's feeling you. If a woman don't like you, if a woman, simply put, is not sexually attracted to you, let's just call it what it is. Forget all of this stuff about if she like you, right? If a woman is not sexually attracted, that's how we gotta communicate and understand relationships. A woman gotta want to give you head. A woman gotta want to sleep with you. From the minute she saw you, she's supposed to look you up and down and say, this is the guy I want to sleep with. If that don't happen and you try complimenting her, hey baby, you looking so beautiful, girl, I was just watching you have that's a lovely dress you have on. None of that stuff mean nothing. She don't care. But let it be coming from a man she find attractive. Let it come from a man she want to lay up with. And he pull up on her. And he's like, yeah, girl, you looking real good today. I was just going into the gas station right there. I saw you on the side. How you doing? Everything good? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take care of this thing real fast. Once you start talking to her, she's melting. She's going crazy. Your words transformed her. She's ready to go to your house. Believe it or not, guys, don't let these ladies fool you. They know what I'm talking about is real. You can have 1,000 guys complimenting one woman all the time. She don't care nothing about it. But let it be the guy she want. She goes crazy for those words. Could you tell me that again? Could you say more of it? But when you said it, it didn't mean nothing. When you said it, it had no effect. It's sort of like children. Yeah, it's sort of like children. How many of you as parents know what I'm talking about? It could be a situation where, as a mom, you told your son, your daughter no, and they just keep bugging you and, having temper tantrums and doing all that dumb stuff. But when daddy comes into the room, when daddy speaks, all of a sudden they tremble and they listen. You know why? Because they see the real authority comes into the room. See, mothers are very emotional. They normally give their kids whatever. Not all. Some mothers are tough on their kids. But for the most part, a lot of women tend to just spoil their kids, give them what they want. And the kids just keep nagging and nagging and nagging until they break down her defense mechanisms. But when a man come in a room and say, hush, didn't your mom just told you what to do? All of a sudden, the child start to listen because they recognize the tone in his voice. He's not playing. He's serious about what he say. That's exactly how it is when a woman is near a man she really like. All of a sudden, she's willing to respect him. She's willing to cook for him. You see like how a lot of women, when they be on shows and they be like, well, I'm not cooking for no man. I'm not doing nothing for no man. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And they talk all that mess. They say that on a show. But if it was a man they really like, oh, they're going to be in that kitchen. You best believe they're going to be in that kitchen with an apron cooking for that man. Trust and believe me, fam. I don't care how they talk. When it's a man they really like, that is when everything makes sense to them. So a lot of times when women are in dating relationships and they're frustrated, it's because it's normally a man they really want, but he don't want them. That's why a lot of times women go crazy. When you see women in these websites or YouTube, TikTok, and they're talking about story time, they're talking about their dating relationships and how their baby daddy ain't ish, and they're talking all that mess. Trust and believe, it's not that their baby daddy ain't ish, it's that they can't have him. You get what I'm saying? They can't have him. He put that meat on them. Always remember, guys, when you put heavy meat on a woman, you zap their brain. When you give a woman pipe, when you pipe her down, right? And we're not just talking about just piping her down. You got to know how to, how can I say? You have to be like Captain Kirk. Those of you that pretty much was born in the 70s and 80s, you understood the blueprint of Captain Kirk. See, Captain Kirk, he boldly gone where no man has gone before. He traveled through galaxies and researched, and he was an explorer. So as a man, when you're laying with a woman, right? It's not just about you putting heavy meat inside of her. It's not about, okay, let me just open up her legs and put my meat inside and I'm done. No, you got to explore. You have to be Captain Kirk. You have to boldly go where no man has gone before. You have to examine her body. You have to be a therapist. You have to be a gynecologist. You have to be everything. You have to do it all. You got to be a dentist. You got to give her oral care. You got to do everything. Because here's why. when you give a woman the work of God, when you explore her body from head to toe, and you make sure that you give her an experience to remember, guess what happened? You zapped her brain. So now when she walked through the street and all these guys are like, hey, baby, how you doing? She not thinking about them. She thinking about what you were doing last night. Hey, baby, how you doing? Can I get your number, sister? You know, she's not thinking about that man. She's thinking about how you were working her body. That's what she's thinking about. She's not concerned with all this other mess. She's not, because you put the work on her. This is why a lot of times it's difficult for women to let go of relationships, because they say the guy is toxic, they say the guy's a bum, but he's laying pipe. And again, it's not just laying pipe, it's the way he talked to her, the way he touch her, the way he hold her, the way he communicate, the way he make her feel. All of those things and combined with laying pipe got that woman hooked, and she ain't going nowhere. And some of you guys, you already know what I'm talking about. You put it on a woman, you already know she ain't going nowhere. Yeah, you could pretty much go out there, do whatever you're doing. You can go out there, get 3 other different women. You know the woman you got ain't going nowhere. You already know already. That's why I keep trying to tell these sisters that men are gonna always have more than one woman. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you should know this already. I shouldn't even have to be telling you this. As a man, you're supposed to have more than one woman. All that monogamous stuff, you wasting your time. You know what I mean? You're wasting your time, guys. None of these ladies are virgins. Please, stop. None of them are pure. So when they come to you, they're done been messing around with this dude, that guy, this guy, and most of the time they got kids. And I'm not taking care of your kids. I'm just being honest with you. What? You ain't taking care of my kids? No, I'm not taking care of your kids. You know what I mean? That's a bad idea. That's a bad deal. You know what I mean? You're supposed to understand that as a woman. So let me talk to you for a little bit. If you're a woman with kids, right, you need to understand something. Because a lot of times y'all be getting mad at me and you don't even got a man. So I don't even understand why you mad at me. You don't even got a man. If you got it popping, if you got it so good, if you're such a great woman, right, why are you watching me? Go find yourself a decent man that's going to deal with you and your kids. See, the problem is you can't get that man because it's a bad deal. Why? Because you already done built up a whole family already with another man, and you chose to deal with a man that was no good to begin with, right? And it's not because he was no good, it's because you were no good. It's not because he was no good, you were no good. Always remember that. You got to take accountability for what you got. You know what I mean? If you go out there and you get an STD, right? You cannot blame the other person and say, well, you gave me an STD. No, you were raw dogging. You didn't know them. You didn't get tested. You did that to yourself. Had nothing to do with that guy. Had nothing to do with that woman. You were thirsty. You wanted some box. You wanted some pipe as a woman, and you got what you got. So stop complaining and take responsibility. You understand? So let me get back to my point. As a woman, right, that got children, right, you got to understand something very clear. I talk about this all the time and y'all keep getting mad at me, right? If you come to the table as a woman and you got a pre-made family already, right? You got young kids, right? And you meet a man and you are expecting this man to be a stepdaddy, you're out of pocket. You're out of pocket. I'm not here to take care of your kids. I'm here to smash. That's it. I'm just being honest with you. No sugarcoating, no preservatives, no sweeteners. I'm just telling you straight. I'm not here to take care of your kids. Don't get mad at me. I'm just giving you the game. I'm making you understand the real. The one who's supposed to be taking care of your kids is your baby daddy. He's the one who's supposed to be taking care of your kids. He's the father. If you go out there and acquire debt, you're in credit card debt. You owe Visa, MasterCard, Chase, Macy card. You owe a Walmart card. Then if you built up that debt, that's your problem. I'm not there to pay your bill. I'm not there to pay off what you created. So if you had kids by Pookie and Ray Ray, And then I come into the picture and I'm like, wow, shorty looking good. Boom, 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 boom. I'm feeling you. And you know I'm feeling you because you still look good. See, you have a lot of single mothers that look good. You have a lot of women that got kids and they look real fine. They look good, right? But here's the problem, ladies. Y'all be having this high expectation that a man is supposed to come in, settle down with you after you ruin your life, right? And had all these kids by these men that you don't even like. These men are not taking care of them. These men are not on child support, but you expecting me to foot the bill? No, I'm not doing that. I'm here to smash. At that point, it's not worth marrying you. I'm just being honest with you, ladies. I'm being very, very honest. If you're a woman who's a single mom, right? Single mom, kids, you're not supposed to be a wife at all. I'm just being honest. As a man, you should never take one of those kind of women, bring them down the aisle talking about I'm making you my wife. When she got kids from another man, no, bad idea. Because once you do that, brother, you automatically take these kids and you made them yours under that marriage. Automatically. So if these are young kids now, if these are young kids and you marry her, brother, those are your kids now based on the state. Based on the state, those are your kids. So you're now responsible, fella. You're supposed to make it very clear with a woman, look, I like you. We can kick it. We can have fun, but I'm not here for your kids. Now watch the flip side of that because all the ladies are mad with me right now. Watch this. I said all of that to rev you up, ladies, to drop the bomb on you. On the Pop the Balloon show, there are many episodes where women come on the show talking about they looking for love. And they'll ask the man, you want kids? The man says yes. She pops her balloon. Why? Because she tell him, I'm not here to give you no kids. In most of the Pop the Balloon shows, you have single mothers that's on the show looking for a man. But guess what, guys? If you connect with them, she don't want to give you no kids. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen those episodes. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen those episodes. Because I'm going to do a reaction video to all the episodes with all the women that rejected men because they wanted kids. The guy, I remember it was this one episode where the guy was literally at the finality, at the final part where he was about to go out on a date with her. And she said, I got another question for you. Do you want kids? Do you see yourself having kids? Said, yeah, I want about 2 or 3. And she popped her balloon. Why? Because she said she already have kids. She said she paid her debt to society. She's not having no more. Well, woman, if you already paid your debt to society and you don't want no more kids, what's the point of us being in a relationship? Just call me over when you want me to pipe you down. And see, this is what I say, guys. This is why I preach that you're not supposed to marry a single mom. You're not supposed to. Y'all supposed to have an arrangement relationship where I can be in your life. I could be your man. I can kick it. We can have fun, have a lot of companionship. You know, we can watch a movie, you know, and you could just pretty much go back to your life. But other than that, you're not supposed to be a wife. You got kids. I'm sorry. You made your bed. You got to deal with that. And if you're a woman and you reject that and say, well, I don't care. A man got to marry me and a man got... Why you ain't married now? Why you ain't married now? Because no man ain't gonna marry you. See, I'm telling you this, but you get mad at me. Remember, ladies, you slept with a guy that you chose to open your legs for. How come you didn't do the research to say, wait a minute, if I get pregnant by this guy, and it don't work out because I didn't do my research, I got to take responsibility for this and how it's going to affect a future relationship with a man. But y'all don't do that. Y'all go into these relationships and then you try to introduce these men to your kids, talking about, well, I got 4 kids. Well, what are you expecting me to do? Take care of them kids? I'm not doing that. I'm not taking care of none of your kids. I say this stuff publicly all the time and women get mad at me. And I'm like, woman, I'm not even your man and you getting mad at me. That just shows that you feel you're entitled to this. And this is how it is on the Pop the Balloon show. On the Pop the Balloon show, I've seen several episodes of single mothers telling men, I am not giving you no kids, so I'm popping my balloon. As soon as they ask the brother, do you want kids? The brother says yes. They pop their balloon. They rejected him. Why? Because he desires children. So here's the thing, ladies. If you're going to reject a man because he desires children, right? And you're a single mom, then why don't you just tell this brother, why don't you tell Arlette that you're only on the show because you want to find some D? Why don't you just say that? Say, look, Arlette, I'm on the show because I'm looking for a man to put heavy meat inside of me. That's all I'm looking for. Why don't you just be straight up? Why are you talking about you looking for a date to find love? It's not about no love. Just say you want pipe. Because at this point, if you're not going to give me no kids, it don't make no sense I make you a wife. So we're just F buddies at this point. So just tell me straight. Just look me in my eye as a man and just tell me straight, look, I'm just trying to hook up with you so you can lay some pipe. And I'll be like, all right, cool. We have our arrangement. This is how our relationship is. I'm just here to lay pipe. You know, you're a single mom. You got kids. You just need to call me over when you need for me to lay pipe, and I can leave, go back to my life. You feel good, and we good. But don't act like it's about love when it's not. So there really is no incentive of a man getting into a relationship with a woman who's a single mom, right? And he's talking about, well, I want kids, when you don't want kids. If you don't want kids, right? If you're a single mom and you say to yourself, I already got 3 kids, I don't want no more, then we're not really dating. Just tell me you want me for some D. Just tell me, look, I want you in my life to lay pipe. Just tell me that. You know what I mean? But don't make it seem like, oh, you know, I'm looking for a relationship when you're not going to give me nothing in return. What do I get? What do I get? And this is the problem. A lot of us men are trying to get into these relationships and there is nothing for us. We're the ones coming in to do everything. And it's not cool. I just don't get it in this society that women can say they're a bad bee, they're a boss chick, they don't need a man, they're getting a bag, they make 6 figures, but as soon as they go on a dating show, they reject a man because he's not making enough money. I just don't understand that. It's like, if you are independent, you don't need a man, you got your own bag, why are you worrying about my bag? Because you don't want me to, first of all, you want what I got. It's not that you got a bag, you're actually broke. You don't got nothing because you're rejecting me because you really want something from me. You never see men reject a woman because she don't make enough money. We don't do that. We never look at a woman and say, well, you know, she's not dressing in designer, so I can't deal with her. Oh, where she work? At Target? Man, I can't talk to shorty. A man would deal with a woman that's a cashier at the drive-through at McDonald's. How many of you brothers been to a McDonald's, you drive through, pull up, the window open up, and it's a fine sister, and you're looking at her like, damn, my goodness. She handing you your stuff, you looking in her eyes, you forgot about the people behind you waiting for their food. You there trying to holler. You there hollering, bruh. You don't care where she work because you already see where you could put her. You could put her in a great position, not only in bed, but there's a lot of other positions in life you can put her in. We don't reject women by dumb stuff like that, but women do that all the time. If you're a brother and you at McDonald's at the drive-thru and a sister's in a nice car and you're like, hey lady, wow, nice looking car, you know, you really look good. And she'll just roll up her window, bro. She'll roll up her window. She don't even know what kind of car you drive. She don't even know where you live, bro. You could be coming out of a rich family, got things together, and you just got a job to keep yourself out of trouble. But she already done prejudged you, in her mind, conceive who you are, what you got, just off of your job. A lot of times women do that, guys. As soon as they look at where you work, they already done started calculating, oh, well, he works here. Well, I know what kind of car he not driving. You know, and it's really sad. It's just like very, very superficial, and it's just really bad. So moving back on to the Pop the Balloon show, guys, the purpose of the show, right, is to break down a man's ego, to embarrass him on social media, to reject him. It's like we're seeing rejections in real time. In other words, the rejection that happens every day in your life All of the stories you guys got of women you were talking to and they rejected you, well, you get to see it on social media in real time through speed dating. That's pretty much what the Pop the Balloon show is. It's speed dating. It's like you have a short period of time to communicate live in front of women, right? And it's vice versa because, you know, you have episodes where men come on and they got to talk to women. But if you notice, guys, if we're going to be fair and balanced, anytime they have men that come on, right? And the man is there to find love, he get belittled, embarrassed, rejected, shamed, and he walk away with a fragile ego. But when a woman come on the show, the guys are way more respectful. The guys are normally more interested. You have a couple of episodes where guys say dumb stuff and whatnot. I remember I seen this one episode with a chocolate sister, and there's nothing wrong with this woman. I would definitely put heavy meat in her. Right? These dudes were rejecting her because she's like very, very fit. She's tall, she's fit, she's in shape, and chocolate and smooth. And these guys were rejecting her. And I'm like, bro, are you guys with the rainbow? Like, how you gonna reject this black woman, bro? Are y'all crazy? They were rejecting her for stupid stuff. Well, that was just a bad selection of men. You know what I mean? So the show is not balanced. Guys go on there because they really sincerely may be hoping to find a woman to really build with and grow. But in today's culture, the way dating is, it's designed to fail. It's designed to cause problems in your life. You know, so you're not going to get that on the show. You're just going there to get rejected for us to be entertained. Remember, guys, when you go on Pop the Balloon, you're going on there to be rejected, shamed, belittled. If you're a guy who's short, if you're a guy who's under six feet tall, you're going to automatically get rejected. I'm just letting you know before it even happened. All the ladies say the same things. If you examine all the shows, if you're a short guy, right? And that's no disrespect for the brothers. You know what I mean? No disrespect. I'm a man. I understand the struggle with a lot of the guys. It's real dumb. I don't know why these women do that type of stuff, but it's just sick. So if you're a brother and you're under 6 feet, understand if you go on a Pop the Balloon show, women are going to clown you. They're going to clown you because of your height. So automatically you got strikes against you. Automatically. If you say what kind of job you have, you're going to automatically get a strike. I tell you guys all the time, when you're on a show publicly and they ask you, what's your occupation? Just say, I get money. Yeah, but what kind of job you have? I get money. That's it. I don't need to tell you what I got, where I work, what is this, because women start to size you up based on what you got. Don't tell nobody what you got. Be mysterious. Women like mysterious men. Don't talk too much. Don't reveal too much about yourself. Be a mystery to women. That is what makes you more attractive. I keep telling you guys, the more you reveal, the more you talk about, the less attractive you become to women. Everything with women and men, everything with women is backwards. Everything you were taught to do to attract a woman was a lie. That's not how you attract a woman. Women are attracted when they see you on your grind, when they see you doing what you do, when they see you have a flow, when they see there's a vibe and you're about your business. That's what attract them, bro. And you might think it can't be. I got to be in a flashy car. No. I mean, those things help in certain cases, but it's not really about your car. Women don't really care about your car and all that other stuff. It's really about you just being you. You're out of the way. You're just focused on you. You're about your business. They see you all the time and you're just a busy guy and you're just focused and you're not thinking about them. That makes you attractive. Listen, it works all the time. If you get a woman's number, right? Let's say you get a woman's number today, right? She give you her number, everything cool. She find you attractive. You find her attractive, right? And you immediately text her. Hey, I was just at work and I said, let me just text you real quick. You know what I'm saying? And, how you doing? You good? She already done lost interest already. As stupid as that sound, bro, she already done lost interest already. Because in their weird sense of mind, you're not supposed to do that. I don't understand that. That's just dumb. But that's the game. So if you call her right away, if you text her right away, if you text too much words, she lost interest in you. She lost interest in you, bro. But you want to know what? If you don't text her, bro, if you don't text her at all and just leave her alone and just go about your business, a whole week passed, bro. She's sitting there like, damn, where that guy at that? He ain't text me? Sally, he didn't text me yet. You know the guy that I said I met over the weekend, the fine guy? Yeah, he didn't text me. I don't know, maybe he don't like you, I don't know. Yeah, but he was a fine guy and, you know, he ain't even text me like, but why don't you call him? I know, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I figure if he liked me, he'll call me or something, you know, show some sort of. This is how women are, guys. They'll have your number right there. They won't even call you. They liking you, feeling you. It's weird. It's very weird, bro. The system is screwed. It ain't like back in the day. Back in the day, sisters wasn't like that, bro. I'm telling you right now, what you brothers are experiencing today was not like that in the 80s. It was not like that, bro. It was not like that. Women were totally different in the 80s and early 90s, bro. You could talk to a woman, fam. There was no, social media, the internet, Instagram. No, you had to holler at a sister in real time. You see her coming down the block, that was your opportunity. There was no inboxing. There was no DM messages. The only DM message she got was you talking to her. That's it. So when you would tell a woman, you're beautiful, fam, those words melted her. Those words saturated her mind. It meant something to her. But with the advent of social media today, women hear that all the time. Their inbox is always full of simps. There's so many compliments, opportunities, guys saying, I'll fly you out. Guys wanting to buy gifts, guys sending cash apps. I mean, it's to the point now where, guys, you are wasting your time. And this is why I tell you, brothers, man, with the whole Instagram and all this other stuff, I understand you might have some women on there that look good and you try to DM them and all this other stuff. Bro, their DMs is filled with a bunch of guys. Just look at the comments under their photos. The guys are thirsty. They're going crazy. So why is she doing this? It's a business she running, bro. Check all these female profiles. You're going to see a lonely fans. You're going to see a link tree with all their social medias, all of their Venmo, all of their cash apps, all the sites and everything they got going, where they post pictures and video clips of their body, of their feet, of their breasts, of them bending over, all that stuff. And you got all those guys in there thirsty. It's a business. So she looks good for business. This is why the Bible says beauty is vain. So what we go crazy over as men is being used as a weapon to keep us trapped through our lust. And this is how they're able to capitalize off of us, not only on social media sites like Instagram and OnlyFans and so on and so forth, but even on the Pop the Balloon shows. Because when you see a selection of fine women, you start looking at them from head to toe like, this one looked good, that one looked good. I seen women reject brothers on the show because they found one of the other women attractive. And the host was like, but why you reject him? It's like, this show is like, it's no different than if you're out at a bar or at a club. A guy is gonna see multiple women in the club and he's gonna find interest in either one or three. And he gotta make his choice. You know, he could talk to all of them for crying out loud, to be honest with you, as a man, and you should. But at the end of the day, she rejected him because he was liking one of the other women and complimented her more. She said that. She was jealous. She said, well, I rejected him because he showed her a little more interest. I'm like, damn, the brother is not even with you and you're already hurt. That goes to show she suffered from insecurity issues. Not even realizing that the brother was liking her the whole time. And that's pretty much what he said. He was like, damn, I was going to choose you, but you rejected me. Wow. Total waste of time. So again, as we close, The Pop the Balloon show is being oversaturated on social media. Everybody is doing one. It's just going crazy. And the New York Pop the Balloon show is worse than all of them because it brings a lot of ghetto mentality. It's very ratchet. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, man. I just don't understand how a man can put himself in those situations because it's a one-sided show. When women come on, men are normally on their best behavior. Not all, but for the most part, men are on their best behavior. But women, nope. They come on there ready to insult you, belittle you, put you down, disrespect you, tell you you're short, you're not making enough money, you're bald, you're this, your hair. Man, it's just bad, bro. It is just bad, fam. Absolutely crazy. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get up on out of here. I gotta go mow the lawn. You know how it is. I gotta go do lawn detail. You know what I mean? Because you know when they pick up trash, man, they pick up trash once a week. So if you don't go out there and take care of business now, fam, that you're gonna have that grass and that bag just sitting there for like a couple of days. You don't want that, bro. You know? So I'm gonna go take care of this business, and then we're gonna come back with some more content. Just trying to give y'all some information to understand the mission of the Pop the Balloon show. Again, you could go on the show, but understand it's for entertainment purposes. I feel that if you're a man and you go on the Pop the Balloon show, you're just going there to just pretty much find a sister to smash at the end of the day. Just like, you know, you're just there to smash and keep it moving. Because I personally feel that the show is not a show to find a real woman that you're trying to be with. I don't think that you're going to find that, even though you have a lot of attractive women that are on the show. I personally don't believe they're mentally capable of being in a relationship, because if they were, they would have one already. No matter how fine a woman is, guys, that does not make her a good woman. Always understand that, brothers. It doesn't matter how fine a woman is, that does not make her a good woman. Just like a man is not a good man just because he got money. Ladies, a man can have a lot of money and he's not a good man. Always remember that, because that's how women judge us. They judge us based on money and what we got. They say they don't, but they do. They say they don't, but they do. Everything is about money, bro. Even though they talk about they get the bag, even though they talk about they got this, they got that, at the end of the day, they're comparing notes. They're comparing what you got to what they got. This is why if you're a brother and you know you live in a certain community, women will judge you based on that. That's why a lot of times when people meet up with people, they'll be like, yo, where you from? Oh, I'm from New York. Which part of New York do you live at? Well, I live in Brooklyn. Oh, you live in Brooklyn? Like which area you live in? What they trying to do? Narrow down where you at so that they can judge where you live. And then they start to judge your finances. And before you know it, they like, nah, I can't deal with him. This is what they do, bro. This is what they do. I remember back in the day in Brooklyn, a lot of times people would say, oh, I live in Canarsie. The reason why they say they live in Canarsie is because you have a couple of houses and stuff over there. So that's sort of like their way of saying I live in a nice area. And it's not really that it's a nice area, because it's really not. Right? It's really not. But, you know, once you say anything, first of all, Brooklyn is the hood. You know what I mean? So chances is you in the hood even when you think you're not in the hood. You know? And the hood is not just the projects. The hood is any environment that is predominantly black. Predominantly. That's the hood. So you could live in a co-op, a condo, or whatever, right next to the projects. You still in the hood, bro. Just because you over there in a nice building, you know what I mean, doesn't make you like you, oh, well, I'm in a different community. You still in the hood, bro. When gunshots are blazing, you hear them. Right? You know what I mean? Manhattan is full of hoods too. You know? Manhattan is full of hoods. I mean, the hood is everywhere, you know? But the point is, people judge you by these things, you know? So guys, what is the formula? You have to be about your business. You have to be on your grind. You have to stay active as a man, right? And women naturally gravitate towards you. But you got to be going places too. Just can't be home talking about, well, I'm going to be home and women are going to gravitate to me. Right? And you know, even in your neighborhood, you might have a situation in your neighborhood. You never know. You could be in a community in a neighborhood and a woman take notice of you like, wow, who that guy? Never seen him before. And she see you doing your thing and she see this pattern with you every day. It's almost like she could kind of figure you out a little bit. She know you're going to come outside at a certain time because you work out. And she see you do this every day. So she figure, hey, you know what? Next time he come out, I'm going to come out. Women do stuff like this, guys. So again, you got to be out and about, taking care of business, you know, go to Walmart, go to the supermarkets, you know, do those regular things. And as you do that, right, you're going to naturally attract women. And how do women, see, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. And we talk about this in many videos, right? A lot of you guys have to understand that if you're beating the drum all the time, you're not going to be as attractive to women. This is something that you got to really deal with. I'm not putting you down, but if you're literally watching porn all day, right, and you're beating the drum all night, releasing your spirit, you're not gonna have the energy to do the things you need to do as a man, and you're not gonna be physically attractive to a woman. And it's not even all about being in shape, even though hitting the gym and being in shape is good, guys. Because you have a lot of dudes out there, they're not physically fit, but they got a good mouthpiece and they're able to pull women all the time. Trust me, you got brothers out there that some of you guys would clown and be like, bro, you overweight, you're this, you're that, your clothes don't look right on you, but that brother can pull more women than you. Guaranteed. I know a lot of brothers like that back in the day, bro. You know? You can't sleep on a lot of these brothers. You got some brothers out there with a mouthpiece. They able to spit some game. They're able to talk to women. And it's not even about spitting game. These brothers just know how to communicate to women. A lot of you guys don't know how to do that. When you talk to women, it's a different way than talking to men. When brothers are talking one to another, we know how to pretty much speak and communicate with each other. But when you're in front of a woman, there's a certain vibe. There's a certain tone in way you talk that is totally different. You cannot talk to a woman the way you talk to a man. That's one of the biggest mistakes men make. You know, it's a big, big mistake. For example, let's say you have a firefighter, right? You have a firefighter and he's talking to a father, right? He's talking to the dad in a certain way. But if his son runs up to his dad, hey, dad, that's a fireman. Wow. Hi, Mr. Fireman. The fireman is going to switch his language and communicate with the young boy in a certain way. It happens all the time. He's not going to communicate with the young boy like a man. He's going to talk to him in a certain way because he knows he's a child. Are y'all getting that? So when you're talking to a woman, right, you cannot talk to a woman the same way you talk to a man. Probably got to do videos on this because it's a certain tone you have to be in. There's certain things you shouldn't be talking about. And then there's things you should be talking about. You know, got to be a little more relaxed. You know, you can't be overly talking about weirdo stuff that men relate to and you're talking to a woman. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work, man. You're gonna sound like, she's gonna be looking at you like, bro, you talking to me like I'm one of the fellas. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a tomboy or something. You know? You gotta know how to bring out the woman in her. You know what I mean? You gotta let her come out her shell and let down her guard a little bit. You know what I mean? So we'll talk about that in another video some other time. So guys, again, stay on your purpose, stay on your grind, be about who you are. And let me get back on the subject of beating the drum, right? Because I got off course. If you're a man and you're trying to attract more women to yourself, right? The key is not beating the drum. Trust me when I tell you, if you keep watching corn all day, beating your meat, you're losing your life force. You're releasing energy. That energy is what attracts women. Listen, guys, when you're walking around the street and you're not beating your drum, you're not watching corn, women look at you differently. They know there's something you got. What they're after, your energy. They could feel it. You gotta understand this. This is real. Women could feel it. But if you're draining your energy from watching corn and beating the drum all day, they look at you and they know that, yeah, he look like the kind that I don't supposed to be talking to. He look weak. He look lame. Nah. He look like he watched corn all day and whacking off. He look like a loser. They could just feel that too. But when they see you about your business and you're not beating the drum, you're not watching corn, you're not distracted by all of those things from the devil, then your attraction level grows. Your attraction level grows. Why? Because they want your semen, as crazy as it sounds. I'm just telling you the truth, guys. Women want your semen. Listen, they're not going to tell you all these things, bruh. This is the game. This is what it is all about. If you're beating the drum, you're not going to be attractive to women. Physical plays a part, but the spiritual also plays a part. You understand? And this is spiritual. Because if you're beating the drum, you have no energy, no testosterone, you're low, you're depleted. So as you walk through the street, your natural essence is not vibrating. It's not exciting women. You're supposed to excite women when they see you. You see the same way when we see a fine woman and we're like, man, I want to hit that from the back. Damn, she looking good, bro. My goodness. How many of you brothers ever seen a sister and you just want to grab her? Well, don't do that now. Don't do that, bro. Unless she's your woman. You don't want to do that, bro. But how many of you sisters, how many of you brothers, man, seen a sister, bro, looking real good? My God, she have a wagon, bro. You just wanna squeeze it a little bit. You just wanna hit it from the back, bro, and grab her weave. Pull that thing from the back. Well, guess what? Women get that too, but only, here's a kicker, guys, only if you're not beating the drum. That's right. Women could tell if you're beating the drum. Oh, man. Guys, I'm telling you, listen to me. Listen, guys. Women can tell if you're beating the drum. Yes, they can, bro. Yes, they can. If they don't feel nothing when they look at you, fam, I'm telling you, you've been beating that drum. I'm telling you, bro. When you're full of energy, bro, and you come around women and everything is right, you know what I'm saying? You got you groomed up, got a nice fit, you know what I'm saying? Whether you coming from work, doesn't really matter. You could be in your work uniform. You just look attractive to women automatically. You pull up in the store to order some food, they at the register, they're like, wow. I'm serious, man. And make sure you got that cologne on handy. I'm telling you, bro, make sure y'all, listen, guys, you have to have at least 5 good colognes, guys. At least 5 good colognes, man. Make sure you have that cologne, brother. You need that, fam. See, all things work together for the good. That's what the Bible says. All things work together for the good, bro. The other day, what it was, I got up, because what I do is I be getting up early in the morning to water the lawn, right? So I got up early, I'm watering the lawn, I'm just doing my thing. It's literally dark. It's literally dark, and this, you know, the sun is rising and whatnot. And a car pull up and it enters the driveway. I'm like, who the hell is this entering my driveway? Right? So a sister come out. I'm like, hey, hey, hey. I'm like, hey, hey, hey. It was an Amazon lady, right? Not Amazon lady like Amazon and Wow, but an Amazon lady. And, she all right. You know what I mean? She had a little wagon, you know what I'm saying? She had a bonnet on, but, she had a wagon. And I'm like, okay now. Yeah, I was like, y'all deliver very early. This is a very early delivery. I wasn't expecting. I was looking at who's that coming to my driveway. And it is what it is. My point is this, guys. You gotta be out and about. You see, like how I was just watering the lawn. It was about 6 a.m., right? It was like between like dark and, there's light. You can clearly see that the sun is coming up. And this Amazon woman just come out of nowhere. Are y'all getting what I'm saying? Like, I'm just home watering the lawn. And it's like opportunity is right there. Opportunity. Just like that. And then when I checked my Amazon thing, I knew her name. It had a photo of her. I'm like, damn, I ain't know Amazon do that. Amazon be telling you who's coming to deliver your packages. But my point is, all you got to do is just be doing what you do. And it's like things just happen out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, things happen. Somebody said, did you holler? Did you get a number? Bro, damn. You don't got to holler at a woman just because she delivered something to your door, bro. You don't have to go crazy. Just know she know where you live. You see what I mean? Just know that when she pulled up to deliver the package, she know where her brother live. So she already done know what it is. You see what I'm saying? So as she's driving away, she probably like, damn, that brother live there? I didn't know a brother was gonna live at that place. I'm gonna definitely write this down. That's indeed. I'm telling you. Yeah, she had a bonnet on. I don't discriminate with bonnets, fam. I'm just concerned that she got pretty feet and she got a wagon. You know what I mean? Long as she got pretty toes and she got a wagon, we good. That's it. She don't even have to look like a supermodel, but them toes better look good. Yes, indeed. I'm not playing. You could hit it from the back, from the front, with that damn bonnet on. Doesn't matter. See, I ain't one of these guys discriminating because she got a bonnet on. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm walking around with her. She's on her job. She's in her car. She's driving around. She just don't want her hair out. It ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But, she had a little something back there. As long as she got a wagon, right? And see, here's the thing, ladies, because a lot of times y'all be thinking that if a wagon is a BBL. No. No. You could be a slim sister and got a wagon on you. It's all depends on how you're shaped. You have to be a shapely sister, a sister that got something back there. Because you have to understand, ladies, when you turn around, it is something when a sister turns around. Turn around every now and then. See, God made a woman. I said God made a woman. God made a woman with a wagon to make a man repent. You see the Lord, amen. You see the Lord, amen. The Lord made a black, see, there's nothing like a black woman. Let me tell you something, brothers. Let me tell you something. Ain't no other woman on earth got lips like a black woman. My God. Bruh, have you ever seen a sister and you see them lips and it just makes you think about some things. My God. See, the Lord knew what he was doing when the Lord made a black woman. See, let me tell you something. Let me preach now. Let me preach. When Adam was in the garden, the Lord said, my, it's not good for man to be alone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on out here and make him a woman, make him a fine woman, make her look real sweet and sexy. I'm gonna dress her up, put some heels on her, put some fishnets on her. See, guys, when you got your woman now, you got to put them fishnet stockings on a sister. Them things look real good. So the Lord made Adam a wife, and he brought her forth. She was wearing some heels, some fishnet stockings. She had a French pedicure. She was looking real good. And when she turned around and he saw them breasts and he saw that wagon, amen, he went wild. He started praising the Lord. Listen, when Adam saw them lips, he said, there is a God. See, brothers, y'all don't know, but see, I know a lot about women, bro. When you look at a woman's lips, it tells you about her lips in her lower extremities. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Amen. In the church. Pass that bucket around now. Pass that collection plate. Sister Carol, get on that organ. Crank it up. Amen. So guys, like I said, man, you got to just stay focused on your purpose, man, and just do what you got to do. And women naturally gravitate towards you. They just, they want you to put heavy meat inside of them. Listen, guys, listen to me very carefully. They're not going to tell you. A lot of women are never going to tell you these things. Some will. You got some bold women that just tell you straight up she wants some pipe. You got some, listen, you got some women out there that they'll scare you, bro. You got some women that'll grab you by your shirt and look at you and grab your balls, bro. Can I get a witness? Bro, you got some women out there that are so bold. They'll literally grab you by your shirt, grab your nuts, bro, cup your equipment, cup it, and tell you that they want them things, bro. Real talk. You got some bold women out there, bro. Those are the ones you need now. So again, stop beating the drum. Anytime you got some sort of desire, go do some push-ups. Go jog, go run, hit the gym, whatever the case is. Stop watching porn. Because again, guys, the more you watch porn, right, the more you beat the drum, the less you're going to be able to be physically active with a woman. Let me preach for a little bit more, right? But guys, look, when you beat the drum, you are desensitizing yourself to a woman. So what that mean? That mean as soon as you get near a woman, you're going to ejaculate immediately, right? You're going to be done. Why? You've been training the whole time. It's no different than a boxer. He's training before a fight. Football player, he's training, before the game, the big game. It's to have endurance. What do you think boxers train? It's to have endurance. But now, if you're training beating your meat, you're not training for endurance. You're training to release your energy quickly. So the more you do this, the more you're concentrated in beating your meat all the time, you're releasing your energy quickly. So by the time you get around a fine sister with a wagon, As soon as she take off her clothes, you already done released. And she's looking at you like,
What you talking about, Willis?
what? Are you kidding me? She just took off her clothes and you're done. That's not how it's supposed to be, bro. When you're with that woman, you're supposed to have fun. It's supposed to be an adventure. When you put in heavy meat in a woman, it shouldn't be a one-time wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's over in 3 minutes. No. You're supposed to have fun. You and her supposed to play, do all sorts of stuff. Round 1, round 2, round 3. Can I get a witness? This is how it's supposed to be. And a lot of you ladies, you got to know how to use your superpowers. When a man nut, right? And I'm talking about if he's your man, a good man, you know what I'm saying? When he nut, you're supposed to get him back in the game quickly. You're supposed to know what he like. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to know what gets him. You're supposed to know what arouses him. And you got to quickly become that cheerleader. Amen. Can I get a witness in the church? You got to know how to get him back in the game. Because when he nut, it's going to take him a minute or two to get back to his senses. So you got to quickly go to work. You got to go to town. You got to do what needs to be done. I don't know what he like. I don't know what gets him excited. I don't know what stimulate him, but you're supposed to know that as his woman. And you got to quickly, I'm talking about as soon as he nut, you got to quickly get him back in the game. Amen. Amen. Can't be on, listen, ladies, if you're dealing with a guy and he's a one-rounder, you need to leave him. You need to leave him. He should at least go bare minimum 3 rounds. Bare minimum. Listen, bare minimum 3 rounds. Should be. You know what I'm saying? Bare minimum 3 rounds. Should be. That's to me, that is when you really took care of that woman and she's good to go. And again, guys, it's not just about laying pipe. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about that. You gotta lay tongue too. I'm just keeping it raw. You know what I'm saying? We can't sugarcoat. We can't sugarcoat now. You gotta get down to business now. Listen, you got to get down to business. You can't, it's not just about laying pipe. See, when the plumbers come and they lay pipe, they don't just lay pipe. There's other things they gotta do to get the job done. Amen. The plumbers don't just lay pipe, bro. They bring the pipe wrench. They gotta bring the solution that you put between the threads. Oh man, I'm preaching now. How many of you guys know that you plumbers and you other guys that you carpenters and you guys that pretty much do these type of fixtures with piping? I forgot what the hell is that stuff that you put between the threads. The seal that you put between the threads. Well, you got to put that, you got to bring that, you got to seal it up. You got to do this, you got to measure everything. It takes time. See, it takes time to lay pipe as a plumber. Sometimes you got to change out pipes and you got to change the nuts and the bolts and you got to do this and you got to do that. You got to use WD-40. You got to do everything. So there's a lot of work that goes into laying pipe. A lot. Yo, this is crazy, man. But you get my point. You can't go in there and you didn't take care of this woman, bro. You got to explore this woman's entire body, bro. Let me tell you something, right? You gotta have a fun room in the house. See, a lot of you ladies, this is why a lot of you ladies, y'all with the wrong man. If you go into a room to get it in, that room ought to be an amusement park with all different types of rides. See, the bedroom, amen, the bedroom, I said the bedroom, amen. The bedroom is supposed to be an amusement park. That's right. It's supposed to have all different types of attractions to stimulate the mind of a woman. See, a lot of you guys, you don't understand this. I'm giving y'all the game, man. You brothers need to get on point, bro. Listen to me. You got to make sure that your room, your quarters, right? Your chambers, right? Don't let me call pastor now. Don't let me call pastor, man. You got to make sure that your chambers is well equipped with everything that arouses a woman's mind. We're talking about artwork that's on the wall, from the bedding, the type of furniture that you have, the type of seating that you have. Everything within your quarters got to stimulate a woman's mind for her to want to do different things. It got to be a place like a resort, like a trip, like a vacation, but you're in your own house. And it's a fun place to be. You got to have an environment that make her open up. You know what I mean? Let me call pastor, man. Let me just call him up. Let me call him up, man. Let's see what's going on. Yo, pastor, you there?
How you doing, son?
Yo, we live right now, pastor, man. And happy belated birthday. You know, I know your birthday was the other day.
Thanks a lot, son.
Well, what I'm trying to focus on here is we're doing a show and we're talking about how guys gotta pretty much make sure that their quarters and their chambers. I know you talk about that in your sermons a lot. You know, that your sermons, you know, your chambers got to be on point for the ladies and stuff like that. Could you let the people know from a pastoral point of view about the importance of making sure that your chambers, your bed, everything is looking good?
Well, in my church. Yes, as a pastor, for 86 years, I've been in the ministry. You know what I mean. And in my church, I love all the women. I said, all of the women coming to my bed.
Pastor, you wilding out, man. Could you keep it a little PG-13? You know what I mean? Like, you know?
Son, you're afraid? What are you afraid of? See, as a pastor, matter of fact, oh Lord, I gotta answer my door. Oh yeah! Amen.
What happened, pastor?
My order of Viagra just showed up.
You wilding, yo, pastor, you wilding out, man. Anyway, could you just let the people know, like, from your experience with women, because I know at 86 years old, you know, you still got the ladies. Could you let them know exactly what's going on?
Well, you know, in my church, I only allow women. In my church, I only allow women. That's right, Sister Carol. In my church, I bring all these women to my chambers. Yes, indeed, I rub them down with holy oil. Who needs holy water? I got holy oil, and I rub it down. I smack it. And I flip it, and I rub it down. Oh no!
Yo, pastor, you wild.
You know, you young men in these days. Listen, son, when it comes to you dating these women, you gotta know how to put the pipe. Yes, sir. Amen. Because, you know, I love my women young and tender, like chicken. Oh, yes, amen. I love to season them up, marinate them in my bed. Oh, Oh, yes, amen. See, I know as a pastor for 85 years, I've been laying a lot of pipe. And all the women in my church never complain. Because when I lay my pipe, I go deep. Yes, amen.
Yo, pastor, you wild. You wildin', bro. This is crazy, man.
But anyways, when I get my church and I'm preaching, I love me some women. See, ain't God good? Ain't the Lord good? You know, I only deal with women that are at least 25 up to about 45. Because you know, as an 86-year-old man, I need them young. I need them fresh. And I can teach these women a whole lot. Yes, sir, amen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, amen.
Yo, pastor. You wildin' out, bro. This is crazy, man. Anyway, pastor, I'm gonna call you back, fam, because, you know, without you, man, I wouldn't even have no game in these streets.
But you know, I remember when you was a young boy and your mama brought you to the church.
What do you mean, my mama? What?
No disrespect, young man, no disrespect. But I remember when your mama brought you to the church. I knew you were gonna be a good young boy. I knew it. You know what I mean? But in my church, the reason why we kicked you out early is because we don't invite men to the church. See, in my church, I don't want no men. No men are allowed in my church. Only fine young women, fine with pretty toes. Yes, indeed. When you come to my church as a fine sister, them toes need to be out. Yes, amen. Don't let me start dancing for the Lord. 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 I get so excited.
You wildin' out, pastor. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Yo, pastor, man, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna holler at you later, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get back to the show, all right?
Okay, son.
All right. It's crazy, man. I don't know, man, but hey, pastor, you know what I'm saying? He's my mentor, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much. He taught me the game. You know, I've been to his church, you know, since a youth till they kicked me out when he made a rule of having no men in the church. And had all the pretty young ladies that was at his church, and I wasn't allowed to go in there. So he just bring all these women to his chambers, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of church he running, but to each his own, you know? But anyway, y'all, you know, appreciate that. Hope I made you laugh. Hope I made your day. You know, it is what it is. We're going to get up on out of here. I got some things to do. I got to take care of this lawn real fast, you know, before it get dark. About 5:36. So I still got time to make noise because, you know, you don't want to be out there with a lawnmower at 8 o'clock. All right. So it is what it is. Y'all take care. Peace and blessings. If you supported the show via Cash App, I'll shout you out in the next stream. I got some work that I got to do, and it is what it is. So peace and blessings to the mods in the chat, everybody in the building. Have a blessed day. Shout out to everybody in the 9 to 5 grind. Everybody out there doing their thing, you know. And it is what it is, man. Somebody said sipping on what? Some Ciroc? Nah, not doing no drinking. Only time it's time for having a drink is when you're with a woman or something. You know what I'm saying? Chilling around some women or whatever, or you just have a beer on the weekend. But, you know, I don't just sit around having drinks just to have drinks. That's like wasted alcohol. You know? It is what it is. And if I did, I'll be even more wild and crazy. You know, because you know how it is when you get some alcohol in you, man. It just amplifies everything. So if I'm bugging out and wilding out when I'm doing my shows and then I have some Ciroc at the same time, it's going to be on. It's going to be crazy. That's why a lot of times when people go to parties and clubs, they got to have a drink. See, my thing is this. You got to know how to be, I guess, outgoing and free without the alcohol. You know what I mean? If you need alcohol to get yourself the confidence to be wild and talk and bug out, whatever, then that's not a good thing because you're going to be dependent upon it to kind of give you confidence. You have a lot of guys that do that. You know, they'll do YouTube videos and drink some alcohol so they could get the confidence to talk to women. Alcohol will always make you gain a little confidence to just holler at women. But can you do that without the alcohol? Because here's the thing, if you are doing that to holler at women and you walk up to them and you appear drunk, right? She's gonna pick up on that. She's gonna smell your breath. You're in front of her. She's gonna see that you're intoxicated. She's not gonna talk to you. So it's one thing if you're in a social setting and you're having drinks, that's one thing. But if you're just out and about and you have alcohol in your system and you're trying to holler at a woman, she's not gonna talk to you. So you might have the confidence, you might be able to say stuff that you normally wouldn't say under certain circumstances, but she's not gonna really be feeling you. She's gonna be like, who's this drunk guy trying to talk to me? You know? So, yeah. So peace and blessings to the mods in the chat, everybody in the building. We'll be back later on. I gotta go take care of some work and I'll catch y'all on the next stream. So that's about it, y'all. Y'all take care. Have a blessed evening. Ringo TV salutes you. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.